Joining me now is Nathalie Camden, Associate Deputy Minister of Mines for Quebec. Great to see you.
Nice to meet you. I'm glad to be here with you.
Absolutely, and great to have you too. So it was a few years ago that Quebec instituted its plan for critical minerals, essentially, and a strategic minerals as well. And so how would you say, first of all, sort of give us an overview of it for those that may not be familiar, and how has it been going, do you think?
Sure. So I'll start by saying that, like you mentioned, we launched it, that was back in October 2020. At the same time, the government of Quebec released its strategy on battery. So these two policies were totally complementary. So in our action plan on critical minerals and strategic minerals, we have four main orientations. The first one is related to acquire more knowledge. So develop an expertise, an environmental expertise, more geoscience work also on critical minerals. The second orientation is more related to develop an integrated sector, the value chain sector for each mineral. And then the third one goes along with the environment issue, because our action plan covers everything from exploration, recycling, and we heard that circular economy was a big concern for people and recycling. And because of the demand, new mining sources won't be enough to meet these demands. So that's why circular economy is quite important. And it's a matter also of personal responsibility to know that what you do has the less impact on the environment. And the last orientation of our plan is related to awareness. Make people know what are critical minerals, and also to promote our potential mineral.
Exactly, and we'll get to the promotion part a little bit later. So would you say that the plan that Quebec is operating under right now, is it a bit of a template for other jurisdictions? And second part of that would be, what have been the most successful aspects of what you just laid out there?
Sure. Well, I think, yes, it was a template because we were the first in Canada to launch that plan. Even the federal government launched its plan only 2 years after last December. It's about the same issues about knowledge, new knowledge, having greatest support to de-risk projects for proponents, and having local communities involved into.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, a company that we deal with, Piedmont Lithium, along with Sayona Mining, they've restarted the North American lithium mine in Quebec. How important and significant is that milestone, do you think?
It's a significant milestone. It's like the first big, this restart of the mine is the first big mining from spodumene in North America. And it shows that proponents trust the Quebec business environment enough to invest and to see their future and the government as being a partner. So, of course, we have a great business environment, but we can make it evolve to become better.
Now, the annual mining tax in Quebec is anywhere between 16 to 28%. And I'm just curious how that compares to other jurisdictions in North America, South America.
Yeah, the thing is, I won't answer you.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I think that no tax regime can be considered in absolute terms if you don't have like the context where it is, the mining context as well as the economic context. And what we want in Quebec is to have a comparable regime with other jurisdictions. And that way we believe that we can have other support that may not be royalties, but there are greater support for fiscal measures, different measures to make sure that the proponents have we can meet its needs and make sure that we are competitive.
Now, you talked earlier about promotion. You're here in New York doing just that. I'm just wondering how you go about doing that, promoting Quebec as a business and mining friendly province, and what has been the most successful way to do it, do you think? And what kind of feedback are you getting?
Sure. So the government, we're clearly behind the mining industry. We want some mining development. It has to be in a sustainable way. And what we do is like a government, we are talking with investors, we are talking with miners, proponents, as well as other government officials. But what we like to have proponents talking about their own experience in Quebec. So that way they show what are our forces and what are the assets in Quebec. So that's what we do usually. We have a win-win situation working with proponents at different forums.
And just lastly, Nathalie, I know it's difficult to project, but if you were to look out, say, 5 to 10 years, what do you think Quebec will look like in terms of supplying critical and strategic minerals to Canada, to North America, and the world?
Yeah. In our action plan released in 2020, we wanted to be a sustainable, ethical, and reliable partner. And in 10 years, what we've seen right now with the groundbreaking of the strategy battery, the battery ecosystem in Bécancour, so we see us as being a leader and being considered by other partners as being a leader.
And we just talked off air about how the Globe and Mail had a big piece about Bécancour in the weekend paper. So clearly the national media is catching up and to the story as well. Well, thank you very much for the insight today. We enjoyed it.
You're more than welcome. Welcome to Quebec City.
Okay, merci beaucoup. Nathalie Camden, Associate Deputy Minister for Mines in Quebec.